Thank you, Toastmaster members and honored guests. How many of you have ever been in a relationship where you thought everything was okay? 9 months pregnant pause, sorry. Where you thought everything was okay. And then it all breaks. Your partner just... When I was first married, I was totally clueless. What would you like for Valentine's Day? What does my wife say? Oh, nothing. Valentine's Day in her family was spent much differently than mine. It was spent crying on the phone. 20 years later, I was still clueless. Sharon would call me at work. When you coming home? Dinner will be ready by 5:30. It'll be cold by 6, and I'll throw it away at 6:30. I came home at 7. I grew up in the 60s and 70s. My mom often told us about the Equal Rights Amendment and how women are equal, and many other principles which I firmly believe in. But it was also ingrained within me that my dad was the provider and my mom took care of the house. And they were constantly fighting over how each other should do a better job. So I guess inside, I thought if I was a better provider, everything would be okay. So when I started in my career, I picked the best company I could, and I learned everything I could. And by the time I was divorced, I was making 10x what I started with. And I thought that was enough. However, after I got a divorce, I read a book, The 5 Languages of Love. The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. You can pick it up on Amazon used. If I would have had a copy, it might have saved me $960,000. All right, so the 5 love languages are. The 5 love languages are words of affirmation, saying, I love you, or commenting on someone's appearance, a new hairdo. Simple, easy. Another one of the love languages is spending quality time together, just doing things. And each one of us responds to a different love language. It's simple, it's easy. The 3rd love language is gifts. Just giving someone, it doesn't have to be expensive. I mean, many of my, divorced guy friends who I go out with occasionally to 4th Street or 6th Street say, oh, I don't want a material girl. But many of them, they just want some appreciation. Show that you care. That's all. It doesn't have to be expensive. And the 4th love language is, unfortunately, something that was ingrained in me. Acts of service. Just, you do something for the other person. It could be something simple. Bringing them coffee in the morning. or a glass of wine, or occasionally doing the dishes. And the fifth one is physical touch. You know, just holding someone's hand, giving them a massage, just being there, a pat on the back, and other things. So if you're in a relationship now, open your senses to what your significant other is giving you, because often that's what they want. And if you can't figure it out, just ask.